What we doing with it, bro?
That's like a temple, like that right there.
Tatum joint. Got you.
Like,
what length you want to do up top? What do you want to do
like,
up top?
I mean, you could. I want to keep it as much as I got, but
because it's curly right here, but it's like shaggy up here. You want to make it flat?
Yeah, and dark. You could clean it up.
Shape it up.
Clean it up, make it look nice, man.
All right, YouTube. This is how my client came in. As you can see, it's like super curly on the sides. We're gonna go ahead and wash and condition his hair just to get rid of any grease. And conditioning just to add that moisture back into his scalp. Let me know how the audio sounds. I'm testing out a new mic today. I usually just use my phone. I use my phone for everything. So if you're watching this, recorded this with my phone, I do the voiceovers with my phone, I do all that. So we're gonna cut down his hair with my Babyless clippers. I got my 3 guard at first, and right here I'm going against the grain with the 5. So we barely gonna touch the top. This is a part of my free haircut series. Want a free haircut? Go to this link down below for more info. So I'm going with the grain with that 3 again on this side. And you guys saw in a client consultation, he just wants a taper pretty much. I then switched to my 2, and this 2 is really gonna smooth everything out. We're just taking down the size. The size was like super bulky. This is my first time cutting this guy's hair. And I'm debulking just to make this process much easier. As you can see, his hair is kind of straight. It's pretty straight. It's a different type of texture. I switched to my detachable blade, and I'm kind of like grazing over his receding parts. We're gonna comb everything forward while we're doing this. So for the taper, we're gonna give him like a mid taper. He wanted the Jason Tatum, so I'm gonna go ahead and line the C cup. His hair is easily manipulated. That's the best way I can describe this type of texture. It's like shaggy. You know, the wind blows, it moves with it. So not really much you could do with that, but we're gonna do our best. So I'm starting this taper process, and since he pretty much has straight hair, we're gonna fade it like we're fading straight hair. So I'm stretching his skin just to fade out those guidelines with my 0. And notice how I'm like holding his head up a little bit just so I can get in between the guidelines even better. If you guys are new to the channel, you know what to do. I ain't gotta tell you. I switched to my 7 right here. I still saw some areas that just needed to be thinned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and line up around his ear just to give me a better visual of what I'm working with. Fading his beard real quick. Get that out the way. I'm gonna do some scissor over comb, just to thin out some of those areas. I didn't use my thinning shears just because I didn't feel like it was necessary. So I'm gonna go ahead and shape up this side of his hairline real quick. Just like I said, just to give myself a better visual of what I'm working with. This haircut, it comes together piece by piece. It's like building like a puzzle, piece by piece. So I'm working in sections pretty much. So this side of the haircut is pretty much done. We're just gonna move on to the other side. Do the same thing on this side. We're gonna debulk first, start our taper process, blend that out real quick with our shears. Line our C cup around the ear, and then we're gonna finish his hairline right here. Again, this is a rough draft. I'm just going. So as you can see, his line's thin. It's pretty much receding in that part, but notice his technique. Kind of like raking with the trimmer with my comb. And everything that I'm cutting right now is bangs. So For the back, we're gonna take the taper up pretty high just to make it nice and noticeable so that the haircut can last. I'm using my comb to kind of stop the hair from going up, as you would with straight hair too. So his main concern was just keeping as much hair as possible on top. I think this cut came out fire for what we had to work with. Very, very difficult canvas. Very difficult canvas. So I'm debulking with my, I believe this is my 4 guard. Got my 2, now my 1.5. And we just gonna blend this line out. So the shape up behind the ear, same thing. I'm gonna brush it a lot because his hair is very manipulated. Like I said, it moves around a lot. So you wanna make sure no matter what direction it moves in, when it's brushed forward, it's gonna still be crispy. So. Same thing for this side. Making sure I hold his ear down, making sure my client's comfortable. So we're gonna retouch up the lineup. Even though we already did it, we just gonna retouch it up. Now we're gonna add enhancements. So I'm just applying it to the skin. The enhancements aren't for the hair, it's for the skin. And this is a semi-permanent dye that is safe for the skin, and it's also waterproof. So it will last him about 2 to 3 days. So we're gonna do his mustache real quick, make sure that's nice and crispy before moving on to the beard. Couldn't really see the angle because the front hairs were in the way, but we got it crispy. Use my promo code, it's on the screen, for Easy Blade shaving products. Shout out to them. Website, all the websites that I use and or have discounts with are all in the description box below. So we're just gonna freehand it and style it. He wanted it real flat. This is how he came in, just look at that, man. This is crazy. And this is how he's leaving. Dude, this is one of my best videos. This is crazy. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.